Hello. How's everyone doing? Say hi. What's going on?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Andrew Briggs. I'm the catering coordinator here at Kneaded Bakery, and I'm joining
Kishon, production chef here at Kneaded Bakery and Catering.
You know, it's been a little bit of a minute since we've gone live at 5, but we are back for the month of July, coming at you live at 5 every week this month, right, Kishon?
Yeah, we're coming in hot. We had to take a little break. Last month was crazy, okay? We're talking about catering after catering after catering, back to back. We love it. It was wonderful. We had a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but so we weren't able to do any lives because we were just so packed with work. And now we're back, okay?
So we would like to take the opportunity to, of course, thank all of our catering clients that we hope are watching at home. Also, Chef, we hope you're watching. Hi, Chef. Hope you're enjoying. We'd also like to thank everyone that ordered our crab boil that went out last weekend. So thank you again for your support and for having us. But yeah, we just wanted to get back in the kitchen and do a little bit of a live today. And Kishon, could you maybe go over what we're going to be doing?
So last month we were able to do a wedding, and we had so much fun doing that wedding that I thought about maybe going over the art of detail in culinary, because at that wedding we had so many appetizers, and those appetizers just looked phenomenal. With that said, I had a lot of questions about, how you put your flavors together, how you stack it in order to make that one bite memorable, exciting, extravagant, and then to have them come back for more. So we're gonna go over how every single move and every single ingredient just really matters. How you cut things, how you plate them, how you present them, and just how you make them, etc. So today we're gonna be going over a simple appetizer of scallops and our raspberry balsamic dressing.
Yeah, fantastic. So Chef Kishon is going to be over on this side, searing the scallops and doing some of that. And then I'll be over here working on the raspberry balsamic dressing.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and get that started. And if you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments. Or if you just want to say hi, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. So yeah.
Yeah. What's going on, Instagram fam? We really didn't say hi to you. We're not ignoring you. We love you. Thank you for joining us. So you're right there. We love you. All right. Cool. So you want to go ahead, check it out. What are you doing over here?
First of all, thank you to Chef Kishon for buying us this new beautiful blender. And thank you for all our supporters for making that possible. We're going to start by getting all of our raspberries into the blender just so they're getting nice and pureed into that liquid form
right.
that we like to have. That's actually going to give us a lot of the liquid that we're going to need for our vinaigrette. And also it's going to bring that tanginess of the raspberries, of course, and all that sour, sweet flavor. So really good base for that.
My favorite show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jacqueline.
Thank you.
Also, thank you for having us at your wedding. It was our pleasure. We're really excited to be joining us today. Hello, Laura. Thank you for joining us.
How do you see where? Oh, hey. I kind of felt a little left out over here.
Also, thank you to our team in the background that's running all of our cameras and equipment. They're going to keep us posted on all of your wonderful comments. That way we can make sure that we're responding to you. Okay. That's why we do it live, right, Kishon?
Yes. All right, first thing about detail, right? This shallot right here, I'm gonna cut it extremely small. The cut that I'm gonna be doing today is called a burn wall. A burn wall is just a super fine dice, okay, little guys. The reason why I'm doing it this small is because this scallop is yay big, okay? Now, I don't know about you, but I love onions, but I'm not gonna sit here and eat one little piece like this with a giant onion on it. You ever go to a place to get a sandwich and those onions are thick and you're like, onion breath hard, okay? With these guys, we're gonna make them small, so that way the flavor is there, but you don't know it's there.
Kishon, speaking of shallots,
yes.
Who provides all of our delicious shallots, garlic, all that delicious stuff that we put in all of our dishes?
C-H-I-R-S-T-O-S-Wait, Christopher Rex.
Yeah.
I said that. I'm sorry. Okay. There's so many things. There's so many ways to pronounce that in the English. We're kind of like, come on, leave me alone. Okay.
All right. So over here, I'm just going to get some lemons juicing. I know I'm a little bit out of frame, so I'm just juicing lemons over here on the side to get a little bit of lemon juice to kind of bring up the brightness in our vinaigrette. It's really going to help bring out all of those flavors. Also, hi, Joe. Thank you for joining us. Yes, welcome back. I'm glad that you could be here joining us. All right. And we're really just going for a little bit of lemon juice, just enough to kind of add that flavor. It's more about bringing out the flavors that are already there, right, Chef Kishon?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. So
we have a lot of acidic components going into this dressing. Yes, we do. But we also have a little bit of our what do we got going on in there?
So the recipe called for a little bit of sugar, but instead of using sugar and honey, because we're using the beautiful Cucinelli Fattoria Apiari's honey, I wanted to just make sure that that shined because it's fresh and local, straight from San Martin. Thank you, team, for helping me juice those lemons. So we're gonna do no sugar and just all honey. And if you want to zoom in right here, and a nice little peek at that logo. Oh,
she's cute.
Thank you to Sarah. We really appreciate the honey. If you're interested, DM us. We'll see if we can get you some honey too.
See if we can get you connected with
contact information so you can go buy some for yourself. So I got about, let's see, a third of a cup of lemon juice. So a little bit too much. We're not trying to go that heavy, but it's going to give me enough flexibility. That way later with everything else you want to taste and adjust. So I have some extra lemon juice in the back if we need it. Sean, that smells delicious.
I know, that's what I'm saying. See, easy peasy. When you cut them into tiny pieces, not only does it it looks great, tastes great, and it doesn't really feel like you're eating an entire onion. It cooks a lot faster. You know what I mean? So it's what was I going to say? It was on the tip of my tongue. When it cooks faster, things just kind of go by quick, which is why we love fine detail. Yes, it's extravagant. Yes, it looks complicated, but trust me, it's fast and good.
Also, a huge shout out to US Foods, who's our purveyor for most of the products that we use for seasonings, vinegars, spices, flour, sugar. They help us make those delicious Kneaded baked goods, so huge thank you to them. And they also provided us with this beautiful vinegar that we're using today. And I believe it's one of their in-house brands, so not available at the stores. You got to go straight to US Foods for that. But thank you.
So we actually have a farmer question. Is there a specific lemon that is best to use?
I know they have like Meyer lemons, or they have different lemons that have a little bit of different flavor profiles, but just your classic yellow straight from the grocery store lemon is going to be fine.
Honestly, I won't go with the Meyer lemon though because it's pretty. Meyer lemon has a little bit of a sweet kickback.
Yeah, it's a little bit sweeter compared to a regular lemon. For me, I like that tanginess, and I like that. But when you talk about the art of detail, that is one of those things that you want to consider, right?
Right.
Are you using a Meyer lemon when you're doing your lemon curd, or maybe you're doing like Chef Kishon's favorite, the lemon confit?
Yeah.
So you definitely want to think about that depending on the use of your lemon. So it really just up to the chef. As you can see, Chef Kishon prefers Meyer. Me, I just prefer classic lemon.
Yeah, good check. Nice.
All right, and we're going to do about 3 tablespoons of honey. But you know how it goes when you really enjoy the honey and you just love watching it pour.
That's right. She's cute.
Maybe it's a little more than 3 tablespoons. Maybe I'm gonna take a little snack for myself.
Hey, sometimes in the chef life, we don't really measure. We don't listen to the recipe. Our hands just tell us what to do.
You can feel the recipe, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right here.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to get that all sealed up.
Get some nice.
I'm going to get a new set of gloves on because I got a little greedy with that honey and I had to try some for myself. And it is just as good as the last time I had it.
I want all the cookies.
All right, so Chef Kishon, when I'm searing a scallop, what am I looking for?
You're looking for a nice gold brown, nice crust to it. Scallops are really easy to cook. You don't really need to cook them all the way through. You can't. I believe you can eat this raw, right? I'm not. This guy, he loves scallops. You can eat these guys raw, so it's really just a pan sear on both sides, kind of like salmon, a little bit like ahi tuna.
And just like everything else, we say you can eat it raw. Make sure you're getting from a good purveyor that you trust.
Yeah.
If you're getting from your neighbor who said that he caught these scallops today and you don't know where they've been, you don't know where they're from, maybe not the best thing to eat raw, but as long as you're getting from quality local, purveyors, yeah, you can definitely trust it.
You know, with seafood, any kind of seafood, you kind of definitely want to make sure that you smell it and making sure that it's good for you.
All right, so if you want to take a look in here, I got my fresh raspberries. I got some shallots that I just kind of chopped up to get them in there. I got my balsamic vinegar, about 1/4 of a cup in there, and I got a big smattering of honey all over the top. I got my olive oil because I'm getting ready to go right over to the blender.
Yes.
And then I'll take my salt and my pepper also. So let's see if Andrew can do it. I don't know if I can.
Andrew can do anything.
Got a little tray here.
Okay.
Carpal tunnel come through. Okay, I don't know if everybody's gonna follow me, but we're just gonna make our way right over here. Thank you, Chef Kishon. Hey, Kishon, are your scallops still searing or is your pan off?
Yeah, my pan is off now. You want to take a look at this nice color we got going on right here? I do prefer a little darker of a color. The heat wasn't high enough, I'll be honest with you. But I also don't want to overcook them because you overcook scallops and they become a little rubbery. And
rubber
textures,
bullets.
Yeah, rubber bullets. Speaking of the art of detail, texture is another important one. Okay, texture when it comes to flavor. Like for instance, when you go out and you get a piece of tri-tip, personally, I like that crust, that nice charred crust on the outside, and then that nice just moist bite with the meat on the inside when the grain just falls apart. You know what I mean?
Okay, over here I'm gonna get started on the blender. I don't know if you guys want to join me. If Facebook wants to join me over here, we're just gonna get everything in our blender cup.
The lemon juice.
No, I already prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna leave it. We'll play. Actually, can you grab it? Let's just grab it. And grab me the honey too.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case, we're gonna get all of our ingredients over here. This is what they call mise en place, and it's what the French chefs do. It's beautiful. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a column of French cooking, really important. One of the big supporting ideas. So we had our blender over here, that beautiful Ava mix that Chef Kishon got for us. Now we're gonna flip it on and let it go. And Kishon, how do you like your sauce? You like a little bit chunky, smooth, soft? How do you feel about it?
I'm so extra. Okay, I like my sauce. Period. I like that creamy. I like no chunks. I think we talked about this a while back.
One for the Instagram.
I really don't like
Thank you.
the texture.
And one for the Facebook. Chef Kishon's talking about the importance of texture, but he is very particular about his textures.
I am.
All right, and then what makes it a vinaigrette, of course, is the vinegar that we added in there, and all that sour berry that we added in there. But we also got to add a little bit of salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil to extend that flavor. So we're just going to turn our blender back on.
Oh, child! We almost got that one. She almost said. Okay, so what I'm doing over here.
What? I can't hear you. A little bit of salt and pepper and mix it all the way. All right, so as you can see, we went from that deep red to this nice, beautiful pink color.
And she's creamier.
And she's a little bit creamier?
That's good. I want to taste them.
All right, Chef Kishon, I got you a spoon. Don't even worry.
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
I was gonna.
Question in the comments.
All right, what's going on?
All right, well,
How
let me
much
taste
time
this.
for scallops on each side?
Oh, okay. So depending on the heat, if you have it on medium high and your pan is already hot, you have the oil on there and you hit that little smoking point where it's not smoking all crazy, but you start seeing a little bit of smoke. Okay? I'm gonna put that scallop on there for roughly, I'd say, 1.5 to 2 minutes, and that's about it.
All right, so
Really?
over on my side, you can taste that raspberry dressing. What do you get? You get that little bit of tanginess. The balsamic, you definitely get the sweetness of that honey. You can really taste the honey all the way through, especially because I just tasted it before I tasted this. You can definitely taste that thread running all the way through, plus the raspberries, a little bit of that balsamic tang, and the sweetness, and then salt and pepper to bring it together. You're hitting every note, nothing gets lost, but it's just the perfect amount of complexity.
Cool.
So yeah.
All right.
I know, have you ever heard when they have like the chefs and they interview the famous chefs and they say, really good dishes are a handful of simple ingredients?
Yes.
I always thought they just meant like chicken with salt and pepper,
No.
but they mean like 10 ingredients. Like scallops, a little bit of shallot, a little bit of raspberries, all of this. This is one of those delicious, simple, easy, straightforward meals.
Okay.
And if you're intimidated by scallops, how hard is it?
Don't be intimidated by it. Don't be intimidated by it. It's like a grilled cheese. To grilled cheese, you one side, and then the next side. You want to get that nice, beautiful color. Okay, so what I'm doing over here for the detail part as well as the flavor component is I literally peeled my lemon skin, right? So I can use this for lemon juice later if I wanted to. Andrew mentioned the lemon confit cake. So for a lemon confit, you pretty much get this lemon, you cut it into 4 pieces. You get the bottom intact, and you just kind of open it up like a flower. When you open it up like a flower, you can either blend salt and sugar together, put that in there. You can use all sugar or you can use all salt, whatever you prefer. I like sour, salty stuff, okay? So I just put all salt. I let that sit in my fridge, sealed airtight, as packed as I possibly can. So if I can fit 8 lemons just smushed in the container, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pop that in the fridge. I'm gonna leave it there for about a week. I'm gonna take it out, and then I'm not gonna rinse it off. No, we're gonna keep that nice salty flavor in there because lemons are pretty sour. Okay, and then you would cut the insides off and just keep the skin part, right?
Nice pickled or
Perfect. Then after that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them into teeny tiny pieces. You see this?
what do we call that,
It's like
chef?
little hairs. French fries?
We don't call them French fries.
Like a fine julienne. Is it super fine julienne? Fine julienne. Super fine.
It depends on the chef. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some chefs, what they call fine julienne, this is super fine. As you can see, I'm going back for a little bit more vinaigrette because Kishon's wasting his time garnishing.
Okay, whatever. And then I'm doing the burn wall cut, which is teeny tiny. If you want to get a little zoom in on that, Zion, that'd be cool. And yes, like Andrew said, fine julienne, does depend on each chef, okay? And then burnt wall cuts does depend on each chef. This is my preference. I love them super tiny. I love ingredients to be tiny because I just want a little bit in every little bite without noticing that it's even there. All right? Look at it.
All right, chef, I'm gonna try to play something over here. We'll see.
All right, go ahead. What I need you to do is sieve it though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the detail part, right? So you can have it chunky, you can have it pureed. I want half of that pureed at least. You want me to puree? I can do that.
Chef Kishon, he really likes to sieve, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this through a sieve really quick. And what does that do? What does that mean?
So this guy, you're pretty much dividing the coarse particles from the finer particles. I really want that sauce. I don't want it to be chunky. I want it to be nice and creamy solid. When I eat that appetizer in one bite, the texture part, that crunch is on my scallop. The cream is in my sauce. And then I sit there and I get the, what kind of texture would you call it? Not chewy, but...
so the scallop, the
scallop is crunchy, nice and like creamy, kind of falls apart in your mouth. Then you have the sauce where it's nice and it's soft. It goes straight down your throat, right? And it's on the background of your tongue. It's on the back of your tongue. And then we have the garnish of the lemon and your microgreens for that.
Just that little
it's a different texture. Yeah, that freshness right there. Okay.
And that inside of that scallop, you get that nice crunch on the outside, but the inside, it's like butter. It's like warm butter on bread. It's so smooth and soft. A little bit of the ocean in there, a little bit salty.
Oh.
I mean, it literally tastes like if you could eat a pearl and it tasted like the way that you wanted it to taste.
Right.
All of a sudden, Chef Kishon I need to get my gloves on. Don't even worry about it. Okay. As you can see, we're just going to sieve everything through. So,
Kishon, a question from the comments. What does he call those really thin strips of lemon?
Fine julienne. Fine julienne. And like we said earlier, in case you missed it, fine julienne depends on each chef. It's preference. It really is. These are my versions of fine julienne, right? Other chefs have different versions of fine juliennes and then juliennes as well.
I always remember julienne because I had a friend when I was in elementary school named Julian, and he was really tall and thin. And so I always remember there was the long and thin one.
That's messed up.
I just think of him every time, so maybe it's nice.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to do a little bit
more. You don't
more.
think of me like that, Andrew.
So Chef Kishon is
playing I'm not tall and thin. What am I, short and stubby?
If there was a short and stubby cut named Kishon, I would think of you every time.
What is it? I think it's a cut. Let's go.
Cut these into Kishon. It's a large guys.
Burgons?
Burlons?
Did you call me a large guys?
Hey, you've been hitting the gym.
I thought it was like a medium.
You've been hitting the gym. Your shoulders are gigantic.
All of a sudden, we throw compliments.
All of a sudden, we make large guys a compliment. All right, so we out here, we're getting that nice thin texture on the sieve here. But yeah, you can always count on me to wax poetic about how delicious the inside of the nice seared scallop tastes.
Well, he loves scallops.
Yeah, what I was about to say is kind of like it's not the way that a pearl would taste if you ate one. It's the way you would want it to taste.
See, he loves scallops.
That nice polished little jewel of the ocean. That's what a scallop is. All right, so as you can see, if you want to zoom in, all these raspberry seeds in here, all that like chunkiness, that's all going to stay behind. All right, just going to get that nice creamy sauce. Facebook. See how chunky that is? That we aren't interested in that. We're interested in the nice creamy sauce that's coming through.
Whew, my little chunky monkey.
So I'm nice and finished with the sieve, so I'm just going to take this whole thing and put it right on our old scallop sheet so it's out of the way.
Okay.
I have that nice thin strained sauce for Chef Kishon.
I appreciate you.
Also, if you notice, one more thing for the art of detail since we're here. Kishon and I change gloves when we have to. One of the other things for the art of detail for the art of detail is keeping your station cleaning as you go, right, Chef?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what's going to really make the difference between, the all-star dinner party and that
barbecue
that you want.
That kickback barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see we got that thin sauce. It's getting ready to separate just a little bit because the oil's been sitting. But yeah, it's nice, creamy, and delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and start laying it on a plate because I'm hungry.
Okay, speaking of plating, laying it on a plate, this gets even better, okay? So obviously the main point of art of detail is the way you plate things, the way you display them, the way you stage them, okay? There's different kinds of staging. There's landscape, there's abstract, there's freelance, there's stacking, there's Super Bowls, etc. And those are just like how you lay your sauce down, how you do that. So for example, I'm gonna put it on a shooter so that way I can place it on a platter. And our young gentleman right here, he's gonna go straight on the plate and make it fancy.
I have nothing in mind when I'm looking at this.
No, you know how? No, you're not. Me either. All right, you know what? I want to see.
Not really. So when it comes to plating, I always like to just kind of go for it, and then worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, I'll just never do it again. Yeah, and the other thing that you have to remember about the pros when it comes to plating is it's kind of like art, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can go in and there's definitely people that can differentiate. Okay, that's rustic, that's contemporary, that's modern. For us, it just has to look good, right? Kishon,
Hey, man. You tend to do landscape. I tend to do stacking. So like you could definitely see personalities in each plate when it comes to like little chef world.
Yeah, you can see like the chefs that learn to cook right after the Food Network boom, and then there's some that love the whole stacking thing like Kishon does because he came from a really high-end catering company.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you definitely see it. I like the whole deconstructed thing because then it can look a little bit funky and nobody bats an eye.
It's like a garden if you think about it. It's like a garden on a plate.
We have a few more questions over here. Kishon, you call those lemon fries? No, they're lemon julienne.
Yeah.
Call them fries.
Lemon fries.
That's
I like
all
that.
right. Thank you, Joe Gozo, for hopping back in. Yeah, so thank you, everyone. I'm going to get ready for a little bit of plating over here.
Okay, ready?
I love the sauce that Chef Kishon had me sieve, but because he's going in a shooter, he can use that nice thin sieved sauce.
Oh, you like it chunky?
Because I'm going on a plate, I'm going to go for the chunkier version because I think that little bit of extra grit is going to help it hold on the plate when we get down that far.
I'm going to pass you a little scallop. You ready?
Almost.
You ready, Papa?
I'm going to coax it out of the blender. I'm going to convince it to come on out and play. And then I'm just going to drop a spoonful. I don't know if you guys can see. Zoom in over here.
Yeah, let's see. Let's get it. Front row seats right here.
There's my plate. I'm going to lay a little spoonful right here. And I'm going to double down, right? I'm going to double down. I'm going to double down.
Calm down,
I'm
chef.
going to get right in the right same place. I'm going to take the back of that spoon, and I'm going to make, I'm sure there's a name for this shape. I'm sure everyone loves it. Some people call it a teardrop. I'm just going to drag the back of the spoon through that bad boy and run it all the way out just like that. Right? And if you ever go to the fancy restaurant, don't hold it up. Be careful.
I wasn't going to.
Right?
She's fragile.
That's how they get that. Yeah. When you buy the multi-plate, they tell you, hey, $600 for 4 courses. It's because the chef knows how to lay down a spoon and put it back through the pile like that, right?
Right.
All right, so now we're going to get our scallops involved. As soon as I get my spoon, I'll come back.
He was too. I got
Beautiful
this
little
for you,
guys.
and I got some tongs for you.
Wow, you can share.
I got a nice mellow taste with the shallots. Sometimes simple goes a long way because you got a lot of flavor in the dressing. Okay, there's another detail to it. Oh my gosh, so many things to learn. Are you guys taking notes?
Phyllis Maximilian said looking good.
Thank you. I hit the gym a couple of times. You know.
I think she's talking about the food keep.
Right.
I was wondering if you guys are going to be a part of the drive-through festival.
We will not be a part of the drive-through festival. However, Chef Carlos is on the committee for that, so he may be there. But Kneaded personally, we just have some other commitments that weekend, so we actually won't be a part of that one. But we're definitely happy to see the Garlic Festival coming back to Gilroy. If you need some more information, I believe it's www.gilroygarlicfestival.com. And I know tickets are probably getting close to selling out because it's coming up pretty quick here. And Chef will also be at the dinner for the Garlic Festival. I think it's about $135 a person. But you can check online at gilroygarlicfestival.com. It's going to be a really nice dinner, and it's going to do a lot of fundraising for some of those nonprofits that have lost fundraising as a result of the Garlic Festival not happening this year.
Okay.
So, as Chef always says, give where you live, philanthropy first. Make sure that you're taking care of all those people that do all these amazing things in our community.
Right.
And we couldn't be happier that they're out here supporting us. Yes, it's going to be a farm-to-table dinner, and I also believe there's a golf tournament as well. Anyway,
Speaking of Garlic Festival, real quick. Oh, okay. Wait. Finish your plate.
No, go ahead. Don't let them see this part.
Okay. So speaking of Garlic Festival food, we temporarily, I think we just kind of discontinued our weekly meals in case you guys haven't noticed. However, we are going to convert to monthly meals, okay? And in honor of the Garlic Festival, we wanted to do a little something. So this month's meal, we haven't put it out yet, okay? So don't rush or anything like that. It's not on our website, not quite yet. But it will be put up within the next week, okay? This month's meal, is a garlic rosemary grilled cheese chicken sandwich with some house-made potato chips. That's some pesto aioli.
All right, when we get to this final part over here, let me go cheat and get a paper towel. Sometimes you just gotta get a little bit close with the paper towel, right?
Well, yeah.
Because I
You
got a
gotta
little
clean the plate
scallop on
sometimes.
there. So we just want to clean that plate really well. And I don't claim to be a chef, but but I mean, I definitely stole this off of Emerald Lagasse, so it looks pretty good. Let's see.
Okay.
If I have like a fish, you know, like a little fillet swordfish, salmon, something like that, I put it over in this section, maybe with a little bed of greens under it. But for what we got, this is actually exactly kind of what I want to plate here. So I'm just going to take a couple microgreens. And garnishing can make your plate look either fantastic or awful. So I could definitely blow it right now.
Yeah. You want a little.
You want to start? You've been working hard on those, so I'm gonna take a little bit of them. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, go for it. What you gotta do, bub?
Other things that make you look cool when you're at your dinner party with all your friends and you're having them over. These little forceps, right? These little tweezers, glorified tweezers. Don't use the ones that you use to pull your little chin hairs. Go to the store, get a nice set of culinary tweezers. That's gonna let you grab all these field greens. Sorry, not field greens, microgreens. I believe this is rainbow microgreen. I'm just gonna let you place those perfectly. I think it's called bull's blood. I don't know quite what the other one is, but it's just gonna let you place those every which way for whatever you want to place with them.
Kitchen tweezers.
Yeah.
Hey, those are big tweezers, huh? You ain't plugging my eyeballs with those ones.
And Kishon, you gonna get started on your plating over there?
Okay, yeah, I am. I really am. I'm gonna use this guy just because I want to be extra today. Okay, man? Yeah. You see that? So I'm pretty much gonna get this, and I'm gonna go ahead and cover the bottom of these shooters. Not too much because I don't want it to. I just don't want to put too much on it. I want it to make it look like my scallop is drowning. You know. This is cute. Little turkey baster. Okay, add a little more here. Okay, so I don't know if you guys saw me earlier. I was contemplating on doing the black shooter or the clear shooter. I decided to do the clear shooter on the wooden platter. So it's a light color. I'm gonna go ahead and do light. We've got a little bit of pink. The scallops are white, and we've got some bright green. If I wanted to plate this on a darker slate platter, I suppose, it would have like a little bit of a different vibe. This kind of gives off like a summer spring vibe, which is what we're going for. If we use the black one, it would probably be like a little bit more of like a winter vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a really
picking up what I'm putting down a little bit.
You know, black and white.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. All right, done. One of the best things, it's like all art, when you've made your plate the way you want to make it.
Right.
One of the best things you can do for the entire plate is take your hands off it and just let it go. And I'm really bad at that. So today I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it happen. I'm going to show you my final submission to the Chef Kishon Hall of Fame for plating. It's just nice. It's just simple. It's just quick, easy. It took us, we're about 30 minutes into the live, and you had to listen to all our banter. So if you were just looking this up at home, 20 minutes. Beautiful. All your guests wowed. Your kids will be like, my mom's the best chef ever. She could take on any Michelin star chef and plate it like that, right? Kishon got a little bit lost in the sauce over there. He got his scallops over hard. There's a little towel.
Yeah.
You can just put that baster back in and suck it back up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It's clean sauce in a dirty. Ah!
You know what I could do? I could just do another one.
You could too.
Okay, don't yell at me.
All right, Chef Kishon's going to show you what happens when the art of detail gets a little too ambitious, and we're going to do another round two on the plating. We also did a whole episode on flavor, the detail of flavor and how flavor affects different parts of your mouth. So if you want to go back in our video log on our Facebook and our, I think, Instagram, should have it as well, but definitely on Facebook if you want to take a look over there. You can see what we got going on. Two hands.
Hey, my head.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Looks like we got some more questions over here. How much time for scouts inside? We covered that already. Yes, I'm looking at the old questions. Difference in plating. Yes, future live, we can show the differences in plating. Yes, we definitely can, and we can also show what Chef Carlos has to offer. Chef Carlos is some of the most interesting plating that I've ever seen.
Yeah, touche.
You know, sometimes it really hits. Sometimes I'm like, Chef. But hey, that's how it works, right? If you want to be that ambitious and you want to be that good of a chef, you got to take risks like that. So yeah, so we can definitely get Chef Carlos to also show some of his plating ideas. As you can see, Kishon's going for a little cilantro action.
Yeah.
Over the microgreens.
We've got a nice, mellow, buttery scallop. Super fine, chopped little lemon zests. A sweet raspberry balsamic glaze. Top with a little cilantro.
Chef, it's a little hard to see what you got going on, but we're going to get it over on this platter so everyone can see.
Yeah.
Whew.
One sec.
A huge shout out to Chef Kishon. He's gotten really fantastic with plating this year with all the different caterings.
Okay.
You know, plating,
and then
platter.
Right. So You could do this, definitely something just like this, right? But if you wanted to bump up your little platter, I'd add a couple, maybe like a thing of mint right here and a little microgreen right there, or maybe just one raspberry, 2 raspberries right here to complement the dressing itself, right? So that's something you could also do as well. But here we go. The art of detail. I don't know if you guys see those little lemon zests on it. Can you zoom in on that? Oh, yeah. You see them?
Beautiful lemon zest going on that. And Kishon, we probably need to keep these for a picture.
Okay.
But hey, we got some extra scallops.
Hey, man.
Why don't we each plate up a shooter and then we'll take a little taste.
It's not even what I'm playing, it's what I'm shooting.
Well, it's scallops. You know I love them.
Oh. There's so many different ways of
of
plating. So many different ways. I love it. Okay. Oh, you're doing toke moke. That's right.
Yeah, I'm doing that thick sauce so I can get all the texture of those nice little raspberry seeds. I like to get them stuck in my teeth. Makes me feel
I
like
can see that. It's okay.
harder. I'm gonna take the smaller
No,
scallop.
I want the smaller one. I know you love scallops.
Okay, Kishon wants the nice petite little scallop.
Okay,
What he
yeah.
doesn't know is I'm gonna eat all the plated scallops.
I'm on a diet. I'm just
I'm gonna
kidding.
drop
I
my
see
nice
food and I
little
eat it.
scallop
Get it?
right
Get
over
it?
there.
Get it? Seafood?
Can
Get
you
it?
use a little lemon confit, little lemon?
Oh yeah, Papa, you want some?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. I'm gonna be over here in Camp Microgreen getting my microgreens.
Your
That's what I
microgreens.
do.
I'm getting a little cilantro and just kind of do
that's
what
my
it do.
little-
You know what I was thinking about earlier too? I almost wanted to get like a cherry tomato and just thinly slice it and have that bad girl on top too.
What was I gonna say? Oh, Kishon, all our friends, you know when you're at a catering and you serve a shooter and they say, "How do you eat it?" You finally show them. You ready?
Yeah.
Put it down, walk away. All right.
All right.
It tastes like a little bit of salty sweetness of the ocean and the scallop. Definitely a flavor that you can't get anywhere else. And then you get in that little bit of crispiness from the microgreens, and you get the sweet saltiness from that balsamic raspberry glaze. A little bit of that tanginess, a little bit of that saltiness. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I had a little Caribbean feel. I feel Caribbean. Yeah. I don't know if I
Oh
said
yeah,
that right.
definitely.
Definitely felt like I was on a cruise ship right now. Okay. Like for real. I really did.
So yeah, if you want to wow your dinner guests in 20 minutes, this is definitely one of the things that you can pull out of your arsenal.
Fast,
Just remember
easy.
that Kneaded Bakery sent you.
Fast, easy, fancy pantsy. Remember the spoon trick that Andrew Dyer showed you?
Now we're going to kick it over to our baked goods really quick, just to remind you that you can get Kneaded Bakery baked goods on Wednesdays and Fridays. So if you deliver, or rather, if you order today before midnight, you can have those baked goods at your house on Friday. We will be taking out deliveries this Friday. Some of our friends have ordered. So yeah, we'll already be out in the van. You might as well just add on a bundle bag or two, and we'll come visit you. Yeah, I think we also have our socials. So we want to show you our Facebook, Instagram, everything else that we got going on. www.kneaded.com. So definitely go check out all of those. Kishon's holding it here. I don't know.
There you go. That's right. Instafam. Get in on this. You guys got to follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, so that's at Facebook at Kneaded Bakery and that Instagram at Kneaded_Bakery_catering. Yeah, and then of course online at www.kneaded.com. And if you haven't been to the website in a while, definitely take a look because it's a whole new experience. We just went live with our new website
And our new menu.
Yes, so thank you to Chris from KM Designs for all of that hard work and also Shopify for all of our hosting needs. So we really appreciate it. Is there anything else, Chef, before we let him go?
No, I was gonna get a little crazy and bougie because I almost forgot about the carrots. Okay. Real quick before you guys go, you need to get these carrots. You can peel them right, and then use a peeler and just peel really, really thin slices. Put them in ice cold water. They curl up, and I'm gonna take that and I put it in the corner of the plate. That's
I could use that to make my plate pop.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good evening. Thank you for joining us. Remember, www.kneaded.com. Keep in touch with us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you next live at 5.
Bye, Instagram fam.
Adios.